What is up guys, and welcome to my latest video here on SP Vids. Today, as you can see, I have a number of different items on the table and I'll explain exactly what they are and why they're here. So we have the SP404 Mark II, something that you're all very familiar with. That's actually really just acting as an audio interface. I may use it for some effects later on in the video, we'll see. I've got the Chroma Console here from Hologram. This is a effects pedal really for guitars, but because of its stereo inputs, we can use it on beats, which is really cool. So I'm going to be using this as a kind of master effects unit for a beat. And on the right here, I've got my mobile phone, and this is just going to be used to play a beat. I'm going to run it through this, run it to my SP404 Mark II, and that's going to be running into Ableton for recording. So yeah, I've not actually had a chance to try this as a master effects unit yet, so I'm quite excited to see what we can do. There's a number of different options which I'm already getting drawn to. I think the filter on the fourth channel here, squash, which is basically like a compressor, cassette as well, could be interesting, and then sweeten on the first channel as well. I think the middle two effects here, the movement and the diffusion, we're probably not going to be using those too much in a master effects context, but we could have a play around with them, we'll see. So yeah, I've got a beat lined up here. I'll just play it through vanilla so you guys can hear what it sounds like. Kind of sounds like a chill kind of golden era kind of beat, and yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I quite like it. So yeah, we're going to play around with that and see what we can do. Now, first of all, I think what I'm going to do is add a filter. So let's go ahead and highlight that. You can see it's red here now, and filter is red. And this is a kind of DJ style filter down now, whereas all the way to the left you get low pass and all the way to the right you get high pass. So you get some flexibility there, so we can start adding this. And usually with a filter like this, I just like to add a little bit of low pass just to take off the harsh high frequencies and kind of smooth things out a bit, make them sound a little bit more lo-fi by mushing them up a little bit, but I don't like to do it too much. I don't like to take away too many details of the beat. So yeah, I just kind of use that to add a little bit of texture, and that seems to be working quite nicely with the Chroma Console. So let's try and add some sweetener on this channel as well. I think this will help to bring up the volume a little bit too. And you could hear there, I can kind of change the tilt it's called, but I think basically, again, it's kind of like a filter. You're kind of making it either sound a bit more dull or a bit brighter. I prefer to edge on the bright side for this kind of beat, so that seems to be working quite nicely. So you can hear that already, that's really starting to pull things together. It's making the beat sound a lot more full and a lot more rich, I think, which is pretty nice. So maybe we could go ahead and try some different effects here. We could try the squash. I think this is going to be overkill because we've already got kind of a compressor with the sweeten, I believe. I think that is kind of the idea of sweeten, but we'll try it anyway. We'll see what it sounds like. Okay, a subtle little bit of that sounded really nice with the combination of that and sweetener. I did try and crank it and you could hear it start to like break up, which could be useful in some applications, but in this particular application, doing it onto a beat, I don't want that distortion really. So that's just added a bit more oomph to the beat as well. So that's definitely a good combination that could work as a nice option. We'll go ahead and try cassette and broken as well, I guess. So let's try cassette first. So let's go ahead and select that on the list. We'll go to green. And we'll put it at 12 o'clock for now. I think the best results for this are going to be like a less is more approach, but we'll see. So around about 2 o'clock there with the dial, that's sounding pretty nice with cassette. Again, I cranked that one and it started to do too much work. I think cranking these effects, it'd be good in a live situation, but not necessarily for mastering. So I just kind of kept that at around 2 o'clock on the end, or 1 or 2 o'clock. And that was adding quite a nice texture to the overall beat, quite a nice character to it. We'll try Broken as the last thing, and then maybe we'll try and add some effects with the SP404 Mark II as well. So let's go to Broken. Again, we'll set it to 12 to start with. Just rewind this beat a bit. So that Broken is actually kind of similar to the cassette MFX on the SP404 Mark II. You could hear it was just adding in kind of random inconsistencies, kind of like tape slip and things like that. So again, with that, the approach would be the same as cassette, I think, kind of like a less is more approach. Don't want that happening too often while the beat is playing. But overall, that sounds quite nice as well. So there's so many options with this pedal when it comes to mastering. We haven't even touched the middle two yet, but we'll leave the Chroma Console there for this video and move on to the SP404 Mark II for a little bit more finesse at the end. So my favourites out of that, definitely Sweetener. That stayed on for pretty much all that, and I really liked what that was doing, just pulling everything together. And I think we'll go on to Squash as well. I think the combination of Sweetener and Squash was sounding really, really good. And I think what I'll do on the SP404 is do some 404 vinyl sim. That's one of my favourite effects, so we'll add that in and we'll press play. I'll show you it with all of these effects on, and then I'll turn them off and you can hear the difference hopefully. And yeah, overall I think that was sounding pretty sweet. Now, obviously the combination of these two is going to be really, really powerful once I spend a bit more time with it and find some good combinations. On the whole, what I'd say about the Chroma Console is that it's quite subtle. So when I started pushing the effects, in this context, they didn't really sound that nice. They started breaking up. And when you're doing master effects on a beat like this, I don't really think that was giving good results. But adding a subtle amount of these effects was proving to be really nice. The Sweetener was really cool. Squash was really good. You can see that's the combo I've got now, the two yellow. And overall, the thing that I love about the Chroma Console really is how easy it is to use as well. So those effects, you know, you just plug them in, make sure the LED is the right color, and then you've got your dials to tweak them. Really, really simple stuff, and they can add quite a lot of difference. There's loads of combinations to play with on that as well, so I'm looking forward to doing that more. And I think that would be great as well compared with the analog heat. So I've got kind of two outboard bits of gear now, which is really exciting because for a long time I just had a lot of samplers. They can all kind of do the same thing, but now I've got two dedicated effects boxes that I can use on my beats. I'm sure those two as a combination could work pretty nicely. And also, yeah, like I said, the combination of this and the SP404 Mark II, I'm sure there's like unlimited possibilities in terms of effects basically and effect stacks. So loads to explore with that, but yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea. You can use this pedal to kind of master your beats, to add a bit more texture, to add a bit more character, and you can get some really nice results. Thanks very much for watching again, guys. I want to say a big shout out to my members too, and also don't forget to support me in the links below, beat packs on my website, etc. They all really help me to keep making videos like this, and I will see you all again in another video very, very soon.